Hey everybody, today we are making roast potatoes and carrots in the Instapot. You're really going to like this recipe. I think it's so easy to do. So let's get started. Okay, so to make a good pot roast, you need a good roast. We're going to cook this in the Instapot, but I need to trim this up just a little bit before we throw it in there. For a number of reasons, it's going to help it cook more thoroughly. You can get some of the excess fat off. Trim it up just a little. Now some fat is definitely flavor, some like this hard stuff is not, and it's not going to be good on your roast. So go ahead and trim that off. I've got my Instapot warming up. I've got it on saute. We're going to saute this just a little bit. Get some good color on it. You can do it in batches if you need to. And the cool thing about pressure cooking anything like this, it's going to make it super stinking tender. Alright. Okay, so what you want to do is season your meat. I'm using some of my house blend seasoning. You want it all over. We're going to add more seasonings than just this, but this is my good base. This is the stuff I use on everything. A little bit over here. All right. Okay. All right. So first thing you're going to want to do is put some oil of your choice, a couple of tablespoons maybe. I'm using my garlic olive oil that I love so much. And then we're going to put our meat down in here and let it sear. And then we're going to get everything else cut up. We're going to slice these onions up. But I want a lot of onions. We love onions around here. And it just flavors your roast so well. All the way through. We are just searing it. Locking in that flavor. Okay, I'll cook this side up real quick. Throwing some butter in. Let that melt down a little bit. We're throwing our onions in. We're going to get a little color on those. And I know this looks like a ton of onions, but because we cut them so thin, a lot of them will break down. Not all of them, but it'll end up not being near as much as it looks. And plus, we love onions. Onions and garlic, man, that's some of our favorite foods to flavor with. Okay, now I'm going to put some more seasonings on this. I put a little bit of crushed rosemary, about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon maybe. A little bit of thyme. Never enough thyme. One of my favorite ladies on YouTube. And a little bit of parsley. And some squeezed garlic. About that much. I'm going to throw a little bit more of my house seasoning on here. We're going to give that a toss. Just let it get fragrant. That's what all you're really wanting. And then we'll pile everything in the pot and get it to going. This is such a easy dinner, Sunday lunch, whatever you want to make it. It takes an hour to cook. At least an hour. Because you want that meat just falling apart. Okay, we're going to set our meat back on top. I've got a bag of baby carrots. This is purely convenience. They had a deal at the grocery store on it. Stuffed the whole bag in. Then I've got some yellow Yukon Gold potatoes. I'm throwing in a little tomato paste. Okay. And then we're going to cover with some broth. If you have beef broth, I have to have chicken broth on hand. About 2 cups. All right. And we're going to put our lid on. We're going to pressure cook for 60 minutes. And when we come back, it'll just be a second for you, but when we come back, it is going to be an amazing roast. So don't miss out. And we'll see you back here on Monday's video. It wouldn't be Mama's Ease if I didn't forget something. I forgot the Worcestershire sauce. About a tablespoon. Now we're going to let it go for an hour. We'll see you back here in an hour. We have depressurized. We're going to pull the lid off. Oh, man, look at that. It looks so good. I want to try to just pull our meat out first. Oh, wow. It's just falling off the bone. Falling off the bone. It's not on a bone. It's just falling apart. That's what I was trying to say. Now, one thing I want to do is we're going to make a little bit of a gravy. Okay? So, to do that, hit saute. And then I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to 2 tablespoons of water. And we're just going to mix it up until there's not any lumps in it. Make us a little slurry there. Pour that in. Give it a stir. And your juice ought to start, missed a piece of meat. And your juice ought to start thickening up. So give it a minute while that's cooking. Carrot back in there. We're going to shred up our roast. And all I'm doing is taking 2 forks and pulling it apart. And see, it's just falling apart. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there, friends. We're going to give this a little bit of a taste. Perfectly tender roast. Okay, I'm going to pour our meat back in here. One last stir. Let's make a plate. Got our pretty blue bonnet plate. Take some of our meat, carrots. Take a couple of potatoes. And see how the onion just fell apart? That's what you want. Carrots. Okay, my friends, perfect, and I say that a lot, roast, potatoes, carrots. I hope you'll give this video a try. I think you're really going to like it. Super easy, took an hour, throw it all in there and go. Thank you for joining us on Mama's East Texas Kitchen. Hey, check out this video right here, and we are making peach cobbler, and we'll see you on the next video.